everybody. Welcome or welcome back. I know it's been a little while since I posted a video, and you can kind of expect that from here until probably around January. I'm still dealing with stuff, and I'm not quite ready just yet to explain everything, but I will. I promise I will. Today we're working on a 20-ounce skinny straight, and I believe this is a hog tumbler. I don't know. No, I don't see anything on the bottom. Not sure where it came from. Anyway, we're going to be using, as you can see, there's a ton of different paint colors here. We're going to be using a lot of them, and I'll explain as I go into detail, but we're going to cover the tumbler in this true navy that I'm going to mix with a little bit of black because I want it a little bit darker. So I'm just going to use my Artist Loft Flow Acrylic Black and some of this blue. I'm going to get that mixed up here. Okay. That'll continue to mix as I go through it with my fluffy brush. And I'm going to use a makeup brush to do this to hopefully cut down a little bit on the lines. So this is the brush I'm using. It's got a little bit of mica on the end of it, but I think we'll be fine. There. And okay, I've put that second coat on and I've dried it with a blow dryer. I've put a little bit of white matte acrylic apple barrel on my puck here, and I think I'm going to add in a little bit of this blue cotton over to the side of that, but I'm still going to try to use that brush that I was using and see if I can't blend these things. I do have my sponge blenders that are in several different sizes. I seem to have taken my smallest one elsewhere, but these are my sponge blenders. These come out to be washed. Go back in, nice hard edge. Got them on Amazon if anybody's interested. I'm not sure I'm going to use those, but they're here in case I do want to. And I do need to kind of clean this off a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to work upside down here and see if I can't get this to do what I want it to do. And I'm going to start just swiping this on and letting the blue come through, but the white to lighten it a little is what I'm looking for. You may have already guessed this is going to be a snow scene. And this is just a fun little piece. It's not anything too difficult, so don't be afraid to tackle it. Don't tell me you can't paint, because you can. Everybody can. And I'm just trying to get a little variation. I guess I don't really need that other blue per se, because there's still a lot of blue in this brush. And I'm just going to bring it up to about so far Okay, and I'm just going to pounce through here so that we don't have these harsh lines. As this dries, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my little stars on here. But I'm not going to put them in this area here because I have something else planned for that. So I don't want this to bugger up the bottom. And did I say stars? I meant snowflakes. I'm going to put snowflakes up here on the top. Okay, my camera is giving me fits today. One more time here. This is the 4th time now. I've put on a little bit of this pearl white. It's a metallic from Folk Art. All I did was dip my brush in to the cap, picked up a little bit of the paint. I'm dabbing it off over here on this piece of paper so that there's just a tiny bit on there, and I'm just swiping it on to the tumbler, and it gives these really nice little shimmers of white, like the snow has been blown around, which is all I wanted it to do. We'll be back once this has been epoxied and I can freely draw on here and not worry about messing up. I can then at least clean it off and we're good to go. So hang in with me, folks. We will return. Okay, I have epoxied this cup and it has some blemishes on it, but I'm not worried about that at this point. I want to go ahead and get my the rest of my painting on this part, and then I will epoxy it again. So we're going to start with this ball tool, dotting tool, whatever you want to call it. And I wanted to epoxy this because I wanted to make sure that in case I made a mistake, I would be able to just swipe it off because, you know, mistakes get made. So I'm going to start over here and I'm going to dot. Oh, I'm going to need a little more paint than that. And another. And then I'm going to wipe this off because I want to go smaller. And yes, I could go, but I'm not going to do that. Okay. Okay, can you see that? That's a smile, if that gives you a clue as to what we're doing. And that's a pretty big clue, so hopefully we'll come back to this. My burnt umber. Okay. I just need a little tiny bit of it. I am also going to be needing some of this linen. I'm trying to work smart. That may be a task for me. Do you know what we're making? Put it down in the comments if you know what it is. There. And then over here I'm going to put another one of these. I like these thinned out paint brushes. They are amazing when you have to do small details. And I wanted the linen to just give me a tiny bit of a highlight. I want to stay in the reds. I like this berry wine, but I think I'm going to go with a cardinal red and a lipstick red. This is a little brighter. This is a little more berryish. I think what I want to start with is this brush. And I'm using some spiced carrot. Hint, hint. Now, what do you think it is? Okay. We'll use this one again. A little tiny bit of water on there. Point it back out. Let's see, let's put it down here. Flatten it out, lift it, bring it to a slight point, and even if it's crooked, it's okay. Of course, my hands are a little shaky today. Now, do you know what we're making? I bet you do. Can you see that? I'll show you in a second here. feel like I need to dry this stuff up. But let me show you so far what we've got. We've got that and this. What do you think so far? I think it's kind of fun. Okay, I'm going to dry this. We're going to go back over our red again, and we're going to go back over our orange, but I think we'll do our orange first. That, and I'm going to get my little tiny paintbrush again. And go back into my burnt umber. And I want to do a little bit of an outline. Let's see if I can do it with this brush. I may not be able to. No, I need the shorter one. And I have a little one here that I have revised a little. Just enough to give me a small outline. I think this brush has seen its better days. There we go. Okay. Let's do the buttons. I'm just going to say it. Yes, there's buttons. We're going to move on to the magical top hat. Although it's not going to look like a top hat, I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this so that you can see me do it. I'm going to try to do it here. And I just want to kind of, whoopsie, poopsie, keep my stuff together here. I think I'm going to just kind of map it out a little bit to start with. And give him a little band on his hat. Cute, 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 cute. I know you're not actually seeing this, and I apologize for that, but I will show you. There. I'm happy enough with that. And there's his little hat with the band on it. Isn't it cute? Too cute. And all of the bits and pieces that it takes to make a snowman. The nice thing about these markers from Hippie Crafter is they have tips, different tips. There's a round one, and then there's chiseled tips. It does take a little bit to get the paint down into the end for the chiseled tip. And there's also a smaller round. Oh no, that's not the smaller round tip. Never mind. See, there's a nice little chiseled tip for that. So let's try that. And I need to pull this one out. And I don't throw them out. I will soak this in a little bit of water to get the paint out of it, and then I can hopefully use it again. Okay. I don't care for that B, but I'll come back and fix that. Assembly required. Okay, isn't that cute? And I will epoxy this a couple more times. And when we come back, we shall have a finished, unfinished snowman. So I hope you enjoyed this. I know it was kind of painstakingly long, and I apologize for that. But I hope it inspires you to do some hand painting of your own. And I do want to show you what my inspiration was. It was a sign that I had gotten at a garage sale many years ago. And I've always loved it. And this was the inspiration. This says, Snowmen fall from heaven unassembled. But I decided that I would change that up a little bit. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will be back when we have a completed tumbler. So hang in there, don't go away. We shall return.